Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup today where the focus will be on the passing game. The Cardinals are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Lions, who will need to solve that secondary.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'7" quarterback out of Memphis. It's Paxton Lynch.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. So here's the lineup, and in the backfield, it's Abdullah.
Amir Abdullah, if it had been up to a lot of college coaches, would be an all-pro corner. But he knew he wanted to be a running back, and has proven why. Can run it, can catch it, and return kicks.
They go play action with Lynch. Lynch fighting, and he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd.
Let's go! Green, 39!
Throw left side complete. It's Foster. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
2nd down following the incompletion. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go! 3-19!
Now Davis. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Here we go now! 3-19!
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 14, down 2 to 14. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here we go! 2-90!
They go again with Davis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
On the carry, it's Davis. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. And he'll be knocked down sideways. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Emanuel in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Here's Connor Barth for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
Barth now after the made field goal to kick it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And Detroit getting set to go now. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams that say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
Off the play fake, here's Lynch. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed and, more importantly, perhaps that first-round bye.
But they have to clinch it, don't they?
Yeah.
That's the key, right? So, in a sense, the playoffs have started. They've got to go ahead and get this thing done. Otherwise, it's a different road, and you really don't want to be at the mercy of other teams and their results.
Underneath to Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it second down. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jamie Collins coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, heavy Lion pressure here, and they block it. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Lynch. Room here to run. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. Back to Glendale after this timeout.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Here we go. Green 39.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
that was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Amir Abdullah hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are in for 6.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's Amir Abdullah that finishes it off with a touchdown run. Now McManus on to kick this one off. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go, Leopard! Leopard!
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
False start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Here's Connor Barth for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Barth now to kick this one away. Short boot, take it at the 21. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
Throwing, Lynch. The left side throw complete to Adams. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
They'll run with Davis. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
To throw now on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jamie Collins. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Kelly. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Back to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll set up to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Barth puts it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Paxton Lynch now, he gets set and heads back onto the field. They've been faced with a tough test today here. Crowd's been really good. They're struggling. He's struggling. We'll see if they can pick things up.
And the crowd has had an impact, and they feel good about that because he's not playing very well. Not getting the ball to the right places, not doing the things he normally does. He's got to find a way to turn it around against this hostile group.
Yeah, because on the road, don't you look to your quarterback a lot?
You have to, because you certainly can't look to the crowd to help you. They're there to be against you, so your quarterback has to lead you. And the best way he can do it is to play well.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lynch. Throw left side complete. That's Hammond. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Clock ticking as Lynch hurries his guys to the line. Throwing again here, Lynch. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Lynch. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Let's go! Green, 39!
To throw again, Lynch. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Lynch to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And McManus able to put it through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. Oh, now he bowls him over. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Cardinals. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Amir Abdullah gearing up now to lead this offense. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Hang on now. 3-19.
On second down, Lynch. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. And now it's third down. The Lions on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, it's Lynch. Over the middle, complete. It's Reynolds. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Here's Davis now. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Cardinals are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Lions just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Cardinals have it midway through 1. Defense is going to come away with the sack. This one ends up as a loss of 6. Cardinals now late in the first quarter. Collins is going to get the quarterback here. This will go for a loss of 8. Lions ball early in the second. He'll jet out to the right on the run, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. The lead grows to 4. Cardinals have it early in the second. The quick pass and completion is made, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. Cardinals go up by a field goal. So that's it for us. We'll go back now under the lights for the second half of this Sunday night matchup.
All right, Larry, these two teams back out there as we get set and ready for this second half. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
A dump off for Davis. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down, 9 yards to go. Now they'll run on the draw. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Kellens. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Here's a run for the Colorado State grad, Capri Bibbs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one. He's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play, he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Offense.
Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 19.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something
somewhere
else.
and maybe try and find one of the...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Let's go. Green 39.
And now here's a carry heading left. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Lions on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Lynch. And that is incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Lynch. And his throw is incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 3-19.
Lynch to throw. yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And take it right on the 30. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. That is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able to. They'll take the ball, bat it away, but boy, they missed a big chance there.
And it's fielded at the 34. Just a 30-yard punt that time. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landed.
They'll throw on 1st down with Lynch. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
The Lions on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Once again, it's Lynch. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Kyle Emanuel, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Karan Reed, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. now, throwing on third. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Throwing here, Lynch on first down. Incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Throwing again. Lynch over the middle. That's caught by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now Lynch on first down. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. And a give this time to the tailback. And now running right through it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Justin Ellis in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Second down now after the sack. Out of the gun, Lynch. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Lions on third down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Lynch. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Offense staying on the field, so Lynch and his guys will go for it.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Here we go. Lynch on 4th down. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Here we go now.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop them. That's just great theater.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now Lynch. The left side throw complete to Adams. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And with 45 seconds showing, he spikes the football. The Lions on third down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Lynch. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.